Good student, continuing with the p block element. Now we start with the carbon family of p block element. We have already discussed electronic configuration of carbon family. Now we do important question of this family. First question is comment upon ionic and atomic radii of members of carbon family. As we have already discussed the atomic and ionic radii of members of carbon family, it will go on increasing when we move top to bottom in the group. Then why ionization enthalpy that decreases sharply in going from carbon to silicon? It is because of the fact that when we move carbon to silicon, the size increases highly. Therefore, the ionization energy that decreases. Why ionization energy of lead? It is more than that of tin. It is due to poor shielding effect of the d subshell, as we have already discussed. In case of the tin, the outer electron, they are not shielded well by the nucleus. They are pulled more nearer towards the nucleus. That's why the ionization energy of lead that is more than that of tin. Then why carbon is the most electronegative element of this family? It is due to the top position acquired by carbon in this family. It has small size, that's why it has high electronegativity. Why density of graphite is less than that of diamond? It is mainly due to the compact packing of the graphite. Its volume decreases but density increases. Then we have another important question. Define allotropy. Allotropy, it is defined as the phenomenon by which an element can exist in two or more forms which have similar chemical properties but they have different physical properties. For example, carbon has wonderful property of allotropy. Carbon has wonderful property of catenation, due to which it can form large number of compound. They may be straight chain, they may be branch chain, they may be cyclic. All of the forms of carbon, they can exhibit in different they can exhibit different allotropy. For example, carbon has two types of allotropes. They are crystalline allotropes and they are amorphous allotropes. Crystalline allotropes are two. They are graphite and diamond. Amorphous allotropes are lamp black. We have petroleum black. We have bone charcoal. We have wood charcoal. So these are the different forms of the allotropic forms of the carbon. And then we have another important question. Define catenation. It is a phenomenon by which an element can combine with the atoms of its own and can form straight chain, branch chain, cyclic or aromatic compounds. Carbon has wonderful property of catenation, due to which it forms large number of aromatic, alicyclic, aliphatic compounds, in which carbon may be straight chained, it may be branched, it may be cyclic, or it may be aromatic in nature. Why triethylamine is planar? Question number 3 is why triethylamine is planar but trimethylamine is pyramidal. Triethylamine is planar because here the central atom is sp2 hybridized, while in case of the trimethylamine central atom, that is sp3 hybridized. No lone pair is present. In this case, when it is sp3 hybridized, it will be having lone pair, while in case of the sp2 hybridization, then we have triethylamine is planar due to sp2 hybridization, while trimethylamine is pyramidal due to sp3 hybridized nitrogen. And lone pair bond pair repulsion is present in this compound. That's why it is having pyramidal geometry just like water, or you can say ammonia and phosphine. Why PbCl2 is more stable than SnCl2? Why PbCl2 is more stable than SnCl2? The reason for this is Sn has greater effect of inert S electrons than lead. That's why PbCl2 is more stable as compared to SnCl2. Then we have very important question, why CCl4 is not hydrolyzed by water? Why? This is very important question. CCl4 is not hydrolyzed by water. But SiCl4 gets hydrolyzed. The reason for this is carbon in CCl4 does not contain any vacant d orbital to accept electrons from water, but in silicon of SiCl4 it has vacant d orbital to accept electron from water. That's why SiCl4 get hydrolyzed by water, but CCl4 is not hydrolyzed. Why? There is another question like the same above question. Why CF6 2 negative does not exist? But SiF6 2 negative exists. The reason is same. Carbon does not have any vacant d orbital to extend its coordination number, but silicon it has vacant d orbital to extend its coordination. That's why SiF6 2 negative is formed, but CF6 2 negative is never formed. Then we have another question, why CO2 is gas but SiO2 is solid? CO2 is gas due to weak van der Waals forces among its molecule. It is having this kind of structure by resonance. It has weak van der Waals forces among carbon dioxide molecule, but SiO2 it acquired three-dimensional covalent network between silicon oxygen atoms and it acquires crystalline structure. Then what are the structures of oxides of carbon family? Carbon family member, they form two types of oxides. They are monoxide, CO and CO2. They exist as gases, while monoxide of silicon is not stable. Germanium, tin and lead, they are stable. And dioxides of silicon and germanium and tin, they exist in the polymeric form. That's why they are solid. Then what are the anomalous features of carbon? Carbon has very small size, it has absence of vacant d orbital, its oxides are gaseous in nature, it has immense property of catenation due to which it forms large number of compounds, it shows allotropy, it forms a very hard substance, that is diamond, whose melting point is around about 3600 Kelvin. Then how do the diamond and graphite they differ from each other? In diamond carbon is sp3 hybridized. It has three-dimensional covalent network of sp3 hybridized carbon atom, while in graphite carbon is sp2 hybridized. It has hexagonal layers of the sp2 hybridized carbon atoms. Now what are the differences between diamond and graphite? You know, carbon is sp3 in diamond, it is sp2 in graphite. Diamond is the hardest known substance. Then graphite is soft and grays. It is bad conductor. Diamond is bad conductor of electricity because it does not have any free electrons. Graphite is good conductor. Melting point of diamond is around about 4000 Kelvin, while that of graphite it is 1800 Kelvin. Now, what are fluorines? These are another allotropic forms of carbon, where these are the combination of large number of carbon atoms in a spherical manner to give a soccer-like structure. These structure they may contain 60 carbon or 80 carbon in the cyclic manner, which are joined in a cyclic manner. What are the uses of fluorines? They act as insulators. They can be converted into semiconductors. They can be converted into superconductors. They are used as lubricants. They are also used as catalysts in petrochemical industry. Now we have the preparations of CO and CO2. They can be prepared by heating the carbonates. For example, CO can be prepared by passing steam over red hot carbon. C plus H2O, we get CO plus H2. It is called as water gas or syngas. CO2 when combines with carbon also produces CO. Metal oxide when heated with carbon, for example ZnO plus C, on heating will give you Zn plus CO. PbO plus C will give you Pb plus CO. Fe2O3 heated with carbon gives you 2Fe plus 3CO. Formic acid when heated it supplies CO, and CO is a colorless, odorless gas. It is soluble in water. It is very toxic when it enters in our body. It converts hemoglobin of our blood into carboxyhemoglobin, which is not able to carry oxygen in the body. Then we have the structure of CO. CO has the structure, it has triple bond like this, where one lone pair goes from oxygen towards carbon. Carbon is having 2 electrons in the unshared form. Oxygen is having, so oxygen was having 6 electrons in the outermost shell. This lone pair it goes from carbon towards oxygen. So this structure is like this. Carbon has shared all the 4 electron, 2 electron going from this direction to that direction. So this is the structure of CO group, and later on this can also break. It can go back like this. These are the resonating structure of carbon monoxide, and it can also go back like this. So these are the resonating structure of carbon monoxide. Then we have carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide can be prepared by heating metal carbonates. By heating metal carbonate with acids, we can get carbon dioxide. And then we have a very important question. How do carbon dioxide turns lime water milky? So lime water can be turned milky when carbon dioxide is passed through lime water. It combines with lime water giving you CaCO3. This causes milkiness, and this milkiness it disappears when carbon dioxide is passed for a long time through this lime water. No milkiness when calcium bicarbonate is produced. Then we have, what are silicones? What are silicones? These are the compounds with general formula. R2 SiON. They have the formula just like ketones. They are polymeric compounds. So they are the synthetic compounds of silicon which are having OSI O bond, having alkylated silicon. These are called as linear silicons. They are also having cyclic silicons which have the structure like this. These are cyclic silicons. Now, what are the uses of silicons? Silicons have very small chains, they are oily liquids, but if they are having medium chains, they are viscous and greasy substances. And long chains, if they are having long chains, then they form rubber like structure solids. They are not attacked by chemicals, they are used in the vacuum pumps, they are used in the preparation of waterproof cloths and paper. And they are used as insulating agent. Vaseline containing silicones is used as a lubricant in vehicles. It is used in the preparation of paints, etc. What are silicates? Silicates, these are the compounds which are produced by heating metal carbonates with silica around about 1300 Kelvin. We get Na4, SiO4 units. These are sodium silicates. Now these silicates, they contain SiO4 4 negative units. If they are having only this type of unit, they are called as orthosilicates. If two silicate units, they are joined by sharing one oxygen, they are called as pyrosilicates. Here it is having formula Si2O76 negative. These oxygen, they are now negative. Then we have cyclic silicates. They can be joined in a cyclic manner. Then we have 2D silicates having 3 oxygen shared. 3D silicates having all the 4 oxygens shared. So they are having sheet-like structures. Then we have what is inorganic benzene? Inorganic benzene is also called as boragine. B3N3H6 is its formula and structure of inorganic benzene. Is like this. Three boron, 3 nitrogen, they are joined together. Each boron is having hydrogen joined by a single covalent bond. This is called as inorganic benzene or borazine. So these are all important questions of P block element from examination point of view. In our next lecture, we will taking the next unit of this. Thank you very much.